Hi, I'm Pat Wand. I was a Peace Corps volunteer in Colombia in 1963 to 1965, and now I am deeply involved with the Museum of the Peace Corps Experience. The museum is an effort to reach Peace Corps volunteers and learn about their experiences as volunteers and their interactions with host country communities, and recording those experiences so that we can shine light on the Peace Corps itself and on Peace Corps ideals, to get to know one another and to get to know one another's countries. We are working to build our collection of objects, those cultural artifacts that volunteers bring home with them from their years of service, and we are collecting stories about those objects in particular, other stories as well, but particularly the stories that go with the objects that volunteers are now donating to the museum. That collection of stories and objects form the core of what we're doing right now. We have other very important programs like the Many Faces of Peace Corps, an education initiative that we have underway to encourage voices and stories from volunteers who come from underrepresented populations, so that we can accurately illustrate the diversity within the Peace Corps community and give all those volunteers opportunities to tell their stories. From the beginning, the National Peace Corps Association has encouraged us and invited us to be part of the Peace Corps community. So soon we'll join the National Peace Corps Association in the Peace Corps Place. We expect to move into Peace Corps Place this year, and we will then have a landing place for members of the Peace Corps community or members of the wider community that are just simply interested in Peace Corps, coming together at Peace Corps Place, celebrating and continuing our service to the community and to the wider world. I want to thank all of you who are here and who are not here, who are already members of the Museum of the Peace Corps Experience, and many of you are already donors to us. Without the support from the broader Peace Corps community and the leadership of the National Peace Corps Association, we could not be thriving as we are. Thank you.
I'm Roger Lewis. I'm president of the Peace Corps Commemorative Foundation. I was a Peace Corps volunteer in Tunisia as an architect, 1964 to 1966. I must say it was two of the best years of my life. Those 2 years in the Peace Corps had tremendous impact on my life and my career, not the least of which is the more than 12 years that I've spent helping create a Peace Corps commemorative work here in the nation's capital. I think it's worth reminding everybody that this commemorative project got started in 2009, thanks to the National Peace Corps Association. And we have managed to create a Peace Corps commemorative design concept. We selected a site very close to the mall in the nation's capital, and it needs your support. We realized that designing something that was to be permanent and to exist in perpetuity and to deliver the messages that we thought the Peace Corps really has to convey turned out to be very challenging, because it's not about a person or even about volunteers per se. In November of last year, 2021, we received a unanimous vote of approval from the U.S. Commission of Fine Arts for the design concept that has been evolving since 2018. The meanings and messages of this are timeless. They are about the better angels of our nature as Americans that enable us to address the serious problems facing the world and the nation, such as climate change, public health, education, social injustice. The design itself is about reaching out to help solve problems and address challenges. This is meant to be not just about the Peace Corps and its history, but about what the Peace Corps means as an emblem of what Americans are capable of doing, to our generosity, our perseverance. That is very important to remember, that this is about something that transcends simply the Peace Corps agency or its volunteers. This is a project that we've spent 12 years so far working on, and we'll spend another 2 or 3 years to get it built. We are now embarked on a capital campaign to construct this commemorative work. And once we're finished, once it's dedicated, it's then the Park Service property and they maintain it in perpetuity.